there is a lot of peer pressure within the fragrance community. A while back, when I started looking to start a collection of my own, I watched a lot of reviews, and a lot of them said affordable. However, when I looked at what qualifies as affordable, it were perfumes around 1,000 rands mark. In a bigger scheme of things, in a perfume for community, $1,000 is not a lot of money, but in the economy that we are in, 1,000 rands is still a lot of money. So I looked around, I went to the shops and was trying to find that sweet spot below 500. In fact, I came to um, an amount between 180 and 250 rands, where I thought this is quite okay. You can find good quality. All the perfumes probably do not carry a snobbish name, however, they still perform the job well. My name is Nyakalo Potter, and I'm taking you through my collection of perfumes. I'm going to start with aftershave lotions, and I really must say that I enjoy perfumes that were popular in the 90s when I was growing up. I was born in the 80s, so sort of the scents that were popular around then. That's what I make what I feel is my signature scent. Not so much signature because I also love smelling different every day. However, the profile is the same. After shave lotions, I have three here which were beasts in the 90s, and I'm going to start with the OG of aromatic fougères, Brut from the house of Faberge. Obviously, this is an aromatic fougère. The top note there would be lavender, but it has a very sweet note called star anise, which is also found in the other um, aftershaves that I've got here. I've got Blue Stratos, also has anise, and this one, Old Spice, also has anise. Anise is like a licorice type note, like a very sweet, sometimes overly sweet, but it does work well with the herbs and the green and the gardenish type of notes that you find here in Brut. I'm pretty sure you'll find vetiver in here. You'll probably also find patchouli and all that type of stuff. Very cold-ish, but also a bit sweet. We've got Old Spice, warm-ish, spicy, obviously with the name, with that licorice note. So it is a bit sweet. It's like sugar and spice basically on this one. I remember when I was growing up, a lot of our teachers used to wear this one. It's like basically the smell of a Toyota Cressida, a school principal somewhere, and yeah, man, they would be wearing this. I also think of it as a male version of Elizabeth Arden Red Door. That is, Brut really can't go wrong with this one. A lot of people think it's dated. I really don't think so. I use it sometimes. I use it by itself. Rarely ever, however, I use it as a base, as a primer, so that I could layer it with another, perhaps stronger projecting EDP. When I bought this one, Blue Stratos, I thought I was buying a fresh scent with like the C notes and stuff like that. However, I realized that just because it's blue does not mean that it's aquatic. It does have some marine notes, but more of the it's very close to Brut in that it also has some patchouli and it has some green notes in there. So a bit disappointed that it wasn't aquatic, but I am enjoying it a lot. As you can see, I've drank a lot of it. If the juice there can show. So those are my three after shaves. I want to move on to what projects a lot, and I think that as South Africans and as many other people within the fragrance community, there is an obsession with beast mode perfumes. So I'll start with this one, Avon Black Suede, which is actually my latest addition into the into my collection. I actually got it by mistake. We were buying something else from Avon, not so much fragrance. However, the order was gotten all wrong. So eventually we said, okay, what perfume can you give us? And this was on special. It came with this and with the smaller one. This is, I don't know, it's like 125 or something milliliter, and we had another travel sized one. I'll come to the travel sized thing, and I think they had a roll on and a body wash or something. I didn't like those, so I gave those away and I kept the perfume. This one is amber leather. It's very warm. You know, it's got some spices and some sweetness to it. I guess because of the nutmeg note in this, but it's very much warmish, and you know, as you can see, I'm wearing a sweater, so we are moving into the colder months in South Africa here, so I'll be wearing a lot of this. It does project a lot. I really don't like perfumes that announce themselves, but you know, sometimes it's a necessary evil, you know, especially when I'm meeting people I really do not like. Yeah, I will be strangling them with this. Also, like I mentioned with Brut, it does look like a male version of Elizabeth Arden's Red Door, which is a very signature scent for a lot of people of color here in South Africa. Our teachers and all of those people used Elizabeth Arden, even our parents, you know, if they had a bit of cash um, left at the end of the month, you know. But this also has that shape, this rectangular shape that was the DNA of a lot of perfumes in the 90s. I mean, we could talk about Ted Lapidus pour Homme, which is also like an aromatic fougere, more in the line of Brut, although Ted Lapidus has a pineapple note in it as opposed to um, the licorice that you find in Brut. And David of Cool Water as well is also an aromatic aquatic, quite famous. That one you have Yves Saint Laurent Kuros, which is also an aromatic fougere. Very, it's very, what is the word? It's very divisive. It's very polarizing because it has civet in it, and civet, a lot of people feel like it smells like cat pee. So, you know, it's clean and dirty at the same time, which is a bit of an oxymoron because the cleanness is obviously provided by the aldehydes, which are like soapy notes in it, but it also has that cat pee note in it. Van Cleef and Appel Star. A lot of us grew up on this one as well. You know, which is an woody aromatic from the 90s. Everybody has seen Star. Everybody loves to hate it, so to speak. But this bottle, if you have a look at it, it looks like Ted Lapidus per Louis, uh, you know, with this U thing going, and this one, especially this travel size one, the 30 ml, you know, that U thing is there. If you look at Per Louis, quite there, which is an amber woody as well, not too dissimilar to this one. I haven't smelt it. I just looked at the bottle. I quite liked it. Another one that is beast-ish is Playboy VIP. I have the Miami Flanker. I've spoken about it previously in my only other um, video that talks about perfume. It's not really going down. The juice is not really going down because yeah, two sprays of this last you the whole day. So yeah, I hardly ever use it because I don't like smelling. You know myself. I'm an undersprayer as it were. Then we have this one, Lentheric Masculine. Looks like Aqua di Gio. The bottle looks like Aqua di Gio. It's an Armani. Yeah, Armani Aqua di Gio, I think. It's musky. It's vanilla-y. I don't know what Aqua di Gio really smells like, but I'm guessing it looks like that because it might smell of musk because of the white color. This one is frosted, not so white, but I think Armani is like whitish. And then I've got this one that is like everywhere. If you were working in office, somebody might have come into your workplace selling these from the house of Motala. This is Black Oud Classic at the Perfume. Oud, obviously, so it's very incensey. It's very incensey. But the dye down on this is very cool. It lasts a long time in your body, but it's very dynamic. I like the fact that it just changes from that incensey to something luxurious, something leathery, something. After a while, I would have to smell like myself and have to remember what did I spray in the morning. So I quite like that. And then, like I said, I'm an undersprayer of notes. So there's a lot of perfumes out there that do not last that long, will probably last you 2 to 3 hours or so, and people are averse to those. I am not. I am not. I have a few. In fact, obviously, even the aftershaves, which I plan to grow, especially from the aftershaves from the 90s or so, do not project that much. But what I know about scent and smell, it's the sharpest sense. People cannot not smell you. People cannot not smell you. I'm telling you, when you're wearing something, a scent that's very pleasant, it might not show, they might not say it or stuff like that. You will know it when you're feeling a bit skanky-ish, and then you would, see by the looks that actually people can smell you. This one is Adidas. Like I've been looking for a blue scent, and then after the disappointment, a very pleasant disappointment with blue Stratos, then I got this Adidas Champions League. And I thought, yeah, I've got myself now an aquatic, a waterish, something along the lines of Davidoff cool water. How wrong was I? This is actually, it has a grapefruit note, a very prominent grapefruit note. It's also fruity. It's also um, sporty as well. A lot of people would use it as gyms, and obviously, because it's Adidas, you would think that's what you would need to do. That glides a bit too much, yeah. So, but it is. A lot of people feel like it smells like a dupe of Paco Rabanne, Paco Rabanne Invictus, because Invictus also has that pronounced grapefruit note onto it. Obviously, I'm not into those. I think because my pocket doesn't even allow me to even try and test them out. But the 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 review that I've seen is that this one smells a bit like that. I'm not complaining with this one, and I think as a result, although it's still sporty-ish and stuff like that, that grapefruit note allows you to like rock it, maybe even in corporate settings. And the projection on this one is not too bad. It's not too wild. I suppose people would say it's bad because it's like most of the time it's like here, and about maybe after 5 hours or so, it's like a body. It's like a skin scent. Somebody would have to get really close to you to really smell it, which is the beauty of it. I think if you are in the office, confined spaces, you're in an elevator, things like that, you don't want to offend people. I like that so much. Romano, this one is exclusive to Clicks. Uh, it's spicy. It's very warm and spicy, emberish. I'm using it a lot now in the winter. Does not project much. The sillage on it isn't really beastly. It's not really doesn't really follow you, that far. However, it's just nice if you are, especially around people. I work with kids, and kids are just sensitive to a whole lot of things. So, if it's just around here, then I know I'm gonna be fine with it. I'm smelling myself maybe for like 2 hours or so, and thereafter, I know they kind of do smell me because they know Sir smells good, but he doesn't really fill the whole room and stuff like that. This one I got quite recently. Um, it was on a clearance. It comes from a company called 20. 4 or 7, but I remember it as a Revlon product. I remember the deodorant sprays, and stuff like that. So I think it was like 75 rands or so. They were really, really, really giving it away. I wasn't, on the market for anything, but I saw that it looks like pea. But uh, this orange thing means that it actually smells like orange. It's very sweet orange, not like the skin of the orange, but like the inside thing of the inside part of orange. Very pleasant, very sweet. Doesn't project. I'm actually wearing it today because I needed to remind myself I was gonna do this video. Like, what does this smell like? I haven't had it for long. So yeah, that's what I have with regard to these bottles. And then with regard to travel packs, because we travel a lot ish with Rapunzel, and sometimes you don't want to travel with this. This is like impractical to travel with. I would normally just travel with these, but you want to travel with like one or more things, these ones or these ones, but they also still prone to breaking. So I came across this. You can find at Ackermans. This is, I'll just show you the box. It's perfume in a box. This one is like for guys. It's called Black Ink. I got it. And you could see it still says Eau de Parfum. So if it's Eau de Parfum, obviously the concentration is still good. It's not like the perfumes that you bought at a taxi rank. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but just to put it out there that these are Eau de Parfums. I got this one for myself, and I got this one for the Black Rapunzel. In fact, I realized that Foschini also has a brand of similar ones. These are 20 ml. Uh, these are 20 ml plastic. Ooh, where is it? The lights. Okay, as you can see, I'll put like a picture of it. Like this one's called Heartbreak. It gives you over 300 sprays for 25 rands. It's an eau de parfum. I'm telling you, it's an eau de parfum. Quite potent smell. I mean, it scents rather. It would do well because then it would save a lot of these perfumes from breaking and things like that. And I think that if you have a bit more higher end perfumes than mine, you would um, appreciate this even more. What works again is that I saw a guy decanter fragrance into it wasn't into one of these, it was into one of those wand things. So you could actually get the scent you want with the syringe, and then I'm hoping you would be able to put it into one of these. When these ones run out, I will try and break the atomizer out, open the whole spray little thing inside a bit, and then inject the syringe, like 20 mil of it, maybe have a few of these, like 5, 6, 7 of those, then put them as, part of the package that you have when you're traveling. We travel mostly by car, but I know that a lot of people do travel also by plane and stuff like that. And then if you um, pack it in your luggage, people do steal the stuff in there. But if they only steal this, or if it breaks, it won't really break your heart. I got this for $25 each from Ackermans, but you can also get it from Jam Clothing. Also, you can get it from Foschini as well. And I'm pretty sure if you shop around, I saw it at the Take a Lot as well. So you can just go around and see which one works for you. My name is Nyaka Lollipoto, and this is my humble perfume. I don't want to call it a collection because I use and I throw away. I use and I give away. I don't buy to keep, but it is what it is. Very small, very humble. I know in the fragrance community, this is very low trust ish and stuff. But if you like this type of content, I'll probably be doing a whole lot. I will be doing a video again on this one to just show you if I have been able to decanter my favorite scent into this, but these by themselves also work out well. Like the video, click the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you're the first one to know when the next video is out. Away.